guys, it's Clara Bennett, the book goddess, and I am here to bring you my top 5 favorite fictional couples in books. And after I get done with that, I'm going to give you my top 2 favorite couples from movies, because there are some great couples in movies as well as books. So let's get started. My 5th favorite romantic couple in the world is Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice is my favorite classic of all time, and it is so good because I love that Victorian time period where women went to balls all the time and they read and they lived these pleasant lifestyles, and I love reading about it in Pride and Prejudice and Jane Austen's other novels. Number 4 is Jake and Amy from the 39 Clues. This is the first series. Jake is actually not in the first 39 Clues series. He shows up in the second series, which is 2 years after the first. So, Jake and Amy. At first, Jake is a character you wish you could strangle because he is a total jerk. You know, those guys you hate at first and then fall in love with? That's what Jake is. And Jake and Amy have this love-hate relationship. And it's very interesting to see them fall in love over the course of the second 39 Clues series. Number 3 is Carswell Thorne and Cress Darnell from the Lunar Chronicles. Carswell Thorne is another guy that gets on your nerves, but he is so hilarious. And yeah, he's a criminal. And Cress loves him. She has this mental image of him, and then when she meets him, she kind of finds out that he's not what she thought he was. And at the same time, they still fall in love, and it's a very lovely love story. Especially because in Cress, they don't really fall in love. It's in winter where everything romantic happens between them, and that is what is amazing. Okay, my second favorite, number 2, is Percy and Anna from Rick Riordan's books, notably Percy Jackson and the Olympians and the Heroes of Olympus. This is partly because Percy Jackson was my first series that made me love reading, and that has a lot to do with why I love Percy and Annabeth, because they were my first couple that I really supported and loved. And besides that, they were just so perfect, and I love how their parents hate each other so much, but at the same time, Percy and Annabeth, their relationship is just so sweet to watch happen. And now, number 1, my favorite fictional couple of all time, guys, just of all the books in the world. Wolf and Scarlet from the Lunar Chronicles. I love them so much. They were made for each other, guys. I love this book, too. It's set in France. Okay, that's enough. Wolf and Scarlet. Scarlet doesn't want to trust Wolf in the beginning, and seeing them go from totally not trusting each other to trusting each other to not trusting each other, it's a very difficult love story to read, but at the same time, seeing them fall in love over the course of the Lunar Chronicles and rebuild their trust, it's beautiful, and it is insta-love done right. So, that is my top 5 favorite fictional couples in books. Now for my 2 favorite fictional couples in movies. Number 2 is Jane Foster and Thor from the Thor movies, because I love Thor. He's awesome, and I love how protective he is of Jane, and I love those movies so much. They were my first superhero movies. So yeah, they're special to me too. And my all-time favorite movie couple is Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. There's a poster of Will Turner on my door. But Will and Elizabeth were made for each other, and I love how he goes and tries to save her from evil pirates in that movie. If you haven't seen that movie, go watch that movie, because it's so good. So good. It's my favorite of all time, and there was a time when I could pretty much quote the whole thing. I love it so much. Well, okay, so that's it for my top 5 fictional couples from books and my top 2 from movies. So thank you guys for watching, and do not forget to subscribe and follow the blog. So love you. Bye.